University of Verne, for she will change the world one word at a time. But 4 years ago, a very unique and timid high school senior was awarded the first performance scholarship in speech and debate at the University of Verne. Winning that scholarship allowed Melanie to attend college and join our ULV family. This was the beginning of her heroine's journey, if you will. When Melanie debates, a transformation transpires towards the captivated audience. She goes from meek and timid to bold and feminine. In the fall of her freshman year, she became the first female university debater to be selected to represent the University of Verne at the World Universities Debating Championships. In her second year, she became the first female debater to reach the semifinals at the U.S. Universities Debate Championships. Her gravitas and passion commands a room and will soon command this arena. Melanie entered ULV a proud Leo, but I guarantee you, she departs as a fearless leopard. In that same year, her accolades began to culminate. Marching into my office, she asked to work alongside and contribute towards research on the inequity of females within the international and national debate community. Just this past month, that research was acknowledged at the Central Stage Communication Association, awarded top panel in her research. That same sophomore year, Melanie's ambition created a new major titled Gender, Law, and Policy. Last and the most explicit manifestation of the apparatus in her narrative was when she embodied one of ULV's core values, and that's service learning. She volunteered her last 2 years at ULV to save the Bonita High School debate team, become their captain, become their leader, and she led them to many championships. Melanie departs a proud leopard only to become a Husky at the University of Washington's Master's Program of Public Administration, where she was awarded a $45,000 fellowship at the Evans School of Public Affairs. And now, the best way to introduce my debate captain, Melanie. I must speak in a language many of you might not comprehend, so my apologies to all you muggles in the audience. Melanie Nathan, you really are the brightest witch of your age. Melanie Nathan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Rob, for that incredibly kind introduction. It is the biggest honor I think possible to be recognized by our Director of Forensics, and probably one of the hardest working professors at this university and anywhere that you can find. President Lieberman, Provost Reed, Trustee Melanie, Dean Beardsley, Dean Poling, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Thank you so very much for joining us here today at the University of Verne's Spring 2015 commencement. Today is a day anticipated by all. From those that found themselves in this path to academia from a very young age, to those who entered academia after life took them the long way around. Regardless of how you got here, one thing unites us all. We completed a long, difficult journey to arrive at this milestone. The expedition that brought you here today, coined by Joseph Campbell as the hero's journey, is the narrative of struggle and triumph that unites us all as people. Today, with the completion of this portion of your journey, you are joining the ranks of the greats, including but not limited to Gandhi and Martin Luther Jr., and of course, Harry Potter and Buffy Vampires. We may not have defeated dragons or ended British imperialism, but the work we did was just as difficult and trying in many ways. And I know for so many of us, our goals are just as big, if not bigger, than Harry's and Gandhi's. As you take your next steps into a new journey, which begins when you cross the stage today, it is those goals that I hope you remember, even when the road darkens. Complications are inevitable in any new journey, and although today is a blissful day for us all, I know many are already anxious and fearful of those future difficulties. Many of us have concrete plans, many do not. Both groups will face hardship and fight to overcome the circumstances we must enter into. We complete this quest of college and enter into a still struggling job market or move on to further our education as the cost of tuition continues to soar. Those prospects are undeniably terrifying. But what you must know is that the education you received over your time at the University of Verne and the wisdom you gained throughout your hero's journey to receive your degree today are priceless. As you grapple over how you will pay your student loans, how you will manage your moves to grad school or find a job, remember that no matter what happens, no one can steal this knowledge away from you. Your possessions can be taken, but your education is a part of your being. As long as you live, you own it. That is likely not much comfort, but I sincerely hope that that idea brings you peace. Because this education gives you incontestable power. It is the tool that can undo all oppression and can better this world. As Baltimore burns and women fight for safety and ownership of self, as California dries up and families battle to rebuild in Nepal, remember that your education has given you the key to every solution for this world's problems. As Joseph Campbell notes, the ultimate aim of the hero's journey must be neither release nor ecstasy for oneself, but the wisdom and the power to serve others. The hero acts to redeem society. When you were handed your diploma today, or when you receive the real thing in the mail in a couple of weeks, this part of your journey will be complete. You have fought and served well. The next journey lies ahead, and I hope, despite the circumstances, you work just as hard and use your educational power that you are such a fortunate owner of to bring about the change all us dreamers were thinking of when we first set foot on the University of Verne campus. Congratulations and good luck on your future.